Today, we are going to be talking about the 1999 Venezuela flooding and debris flow. Venezuela's rainy season is normally from May to October, but in December of 1999, there was a cold front mixed with a southwesterly front, creating extreme torrential rainfall and flooding from December 14th through the 16th. On the 16th of December, the flooding and rain triggered massive landslides that caused extreme damage. Here you can see all the flooding as well as the debris that is carried downhill, infecting the area, but also often destroying buildings on its way down. Over 37 miles of the Vargas coastline was extremely damaged. The topography, specifically the mountain chains, make Venezuela more susceptible to landslides. At least one or two high-magnitude flash floods or landslides occur every century since the 17th century or possibly even before. About 190,000 people were evacuated. There is not an accurate number of deaths, but the estimate is around 30,000. It's not possible to get an accurate number since many bodies were buried in the mud or washed away to sea. Only about 1,000 of these bodies were recovered. It was also hard to determine how many people originally lived in shanty towns and smaller, poor communities versus how many survived. In the state of Vargas, there were more than 8,000 individual residences and 700 apartment buildings destroyed. Here you can see one of the hundreds of apartments destroyed, as well as the roof of a house that was completely covered by the mud and debris that had flowed down. Huge boulders were carried down, causing even more damage. There was an economic loss of $1.79 billion, including the cost of neighborhoods such as Los Corrales and Uria, which almost completely disappeared. An article written 10 years after the 1999 floods and landslides stated that the reconstruction had not been complete. Some towns seemed like ghost towns, with apartment blocks still partly collapsed. There were huge boulders that had been carried down and seemed hard to remove. The government of Venezuela has tried to make people move away from the dangerous areas, but they've had little success. Hills are still being cleared by people who are rebuilding their homes higher up, even with the threats of future mudslides. However, the American Red Cross has worked with the Venezuelan Red Cross in their plans for disaster preparedness and response. Here are our sources, and that's all. Thank you.